welcome back to another episode of Campton Racing TV. It was great to get back on the grass at the Gold Coast last week, and even better to have the first winner on the new turf, something that won't be done again.
Yeah, can't take that away from us. So that was good. It was a good thrill. Obviously had a good team head in there and wanted to get a few winners on the day. It was good to start with Host Wing Crown. A very talented horse. He's 3 starts, 2 wins. Any young horse that can do that obviously got the ability. Unfortunately he's not the greatest of breathers, so he's had his setbacks. But first up, I thought he was ultra impressive. Great ride by Chavez. Straight at the front, summed it up perfectly. And was 100% on the new track, which was good. Staff done a great job with it.
And it was obviously a good day for us, although a little frustrating with 3 seconds as well on the day. Some of them by a head.
Yeah,
maybe a couple of hard watches.
Some expletives at times, but it's racing. But it is frustrating. You know how much hard work goes into them, and get beaten a couple of pimples. It is frustrating. Like horse like Pangara, I thought he was absolutely enormous. There's plenty of money around for other horses, which I think he's a pretty promising horse. This horse, you just have to see the way he's done in his last few runs, and to sit 3 wide, get headed, fight back, get beaten by B's Proverbial, and then fight on even again after the line. He was back in front. He's got so much ability, that horse. He still doesn't know what he's doing, but I've chosen to just give him a nice breather now, send him out on a good note. Superbs went really good as well. She's knocking on the door. Just at the top of the straight, she just needed to get to the outside, but just couldn't push one out and had to go back to the inside. And I thought the way she stuck on was really good. And they all went good. Katoni was very frustrating. He was ahead. It was in front before the post and after the post, just not on the line. But a horse that would have given me great satisfaction. I've got some of my best mates involved in that horse, and plenty have given up on him. But he's still not even a finished product yet. There's plenty of work to go with him. He's very green, but a lot of those owners are stuck loyal by us, and it's something I won't forget. And I'm dying to get a win out of him, and it's not too far away. And I reckon when he gets one, he'll knock a few out of the way as well. He's a nice star on the rise. He's just still very, very green.
And looking into the rest of this week, we've got a heap of runners around again. Ipswich on Friday. We've got Smoke and Match in the maiden 1350.
Yeah, I didn't think his run first up was that bad. He copped about 18 kilos of polytrack down him. Poor bugger was out the back, and just it was the kickback that day was awful. And I thought his effort to stick on and run the way he did was very, very good. He's a beautiful type. He's one of the flashy horses we've got in the stables. Everyone that walks past says, "What's that?" He's a lovely, lovely gelding, and I do think he's just a time horse. So I'm going to learn a lot more about him. Second up 1350, something I don't normally do, but I think he's a horse that's going to be 2,000 in time. Jai Williams, strong rider. Try and get him out of the gates. Get him thinking a bit throughout the run, and if he can run top 5 and stick on, we've got plenty to work with. I definitely think he's got the ability.
And Silver Warrior heads back to the turf. He's drawn well.
Rinse and repeat. Worked with a horse he worked with a couple of weeks ago, and he would come out and won, and then that horse goes pretty good. And I thought his work on Tuesday on the grass was, I thought it was pretty awesome actually for a horse that's going to a Friday at Ipswich. I think he's a very good chance.
And Get What You Give heads to the grass for the first time since his first ever race actually.
I think this horse is better on the grass. I think he's a highly promising horse. To do what he's done in his short career, I think is very impressive. I know he's only done it on the poly, but his first up run put a pen through that when he was on debut at the Sunshine Coast. He had to travel 3 hours. He worked himself up before the race, didn't have a tongue tie on. Just everything went pear-shaped for him that day. He's come back now. He's a different horse. His work on Tuesday was very, very good. I'm pretty confident about Get What You Give tomorrow. I think he's a really nice horse, and he should get a perfect run in behind him, and hopefully he can make it through on the bounce his prep.
And on Friday, Dakiri also heads to Mawullumba in a $100,000 super maiden.
Yeah, he frustrates the hell out of me, this horse. He's got a lot of ability. He's a big raw baby. He's very, very quirky. You've got to have your wits about him when you're around him. He's just very unsure about the world at times, and then other times he's your best mate. I have him also accepted for Saturday, but I'd rather give him a trip away and make him grow up a bit, send him down to Mooloolaba. It would not shock me if this horse blew him away. He's that kind of horse, but it wouldn't shock me if he got there and it was all too much for him. But we're going to learn a lot about him tomorrow, and I assure you, in time when he does grow up and the penny drops, he's a very, very smart horse. He's going to be better suited over further, mile 2000, but I expect him to run a very big race tomorrow.
And on Saturday, we've got a few at Eagle Farm, Pacific Atlantic backs up
Yep.
from last weekend.
It was a horror watch last week. His last 200 was exceptional. Big watch on him tomorrow. He's a very smart horse. He's obviously taken on some pretty handy horses. He's up in grade, but I think he would run a huge race.
And Lighter Boom heads back to the races, as well as Pacific Padrinum possibly as well.
Yeah, Lighter Boom may go next Wednesday, but I want to get him there possibly Saturday. He deserves a Saturday race, this horse. He's flying. He worked great earlier in the week. I honestly couldn't be happy the way he's going. A little bugger just can't draw a barrier. But in saying that, I do think barrier 9's not the worst thing for him. He's only a little fella, but he loves his room out wide. So he's going good. Pacific Padrino may also go to Wednesday, just trying to weigh the options up. But both going great. They find a winnable 1400 on a Saturday, which they both deserve. Both lovely horses, tough little fellas that just do their job.
And then on Saturday on the Poly at the Gold Coast, Veloce Meteor in the maiden 1050, and possibly Dakiri, obviously depending on barriers.
Yeah, Veloce Meteor was going to go around tomorrow at Mooloolaba, and I would have went there with a lot of confidence. Smart horse, trialled very, very well recently. Big, strong boy. He's still got to go to the races on debut and do that. It's a big occasion for horses like this. He's very green. He's very immature. He's got a lot to learn. That's probably one thing I really like about this horse. I've enjoyed training him. He's been a lot of work, but the owners have a very smart horse in their hands, and I'm looking forward to seeing him go around tomorrow or Friday or Saturday. But at this time, I'm pretty sure I'll be going to Saturday here at the Poly.
And Smile Upon a Star and Marley Doom both head to the races over 1050.
Yeah, she's flying. Smile Upon a Star. She goes well fresh. Blinkers first up. Jumped out here last week and was very, very good. I think she'll be very hard to beat. Marley going enormous as well. I thought her trial was great with the blinkers on, but she's obviously a horse that does get better as the races get on. But in saying that, I definitely wouldn't be writing her off to run a top 3 first up.
And in the Blinken at 1100.
Going great, just needs to draw a barrier, the poor horse. It's obviously very frustrating for her owner. She cannot draw a barrier and she's been scratched multiple times. If she doesn't draw a barrier on Saturday, she'll possibly head around the week after.
And Ronley Girl goes back to the races, obviously disappointing last start, but she had excuses.
Yeah, had her excuses, back to 1540. She's very well, worked well during the week. She's a bit of a funny horse. Hopefully she can get to the race on Saturday and prove, show her what she's got, because she's definitely got the ability to win another race.
Another big weekend. What would your best bet be?
We'll kick off tomorrow with Get What You Give, your horse.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into Saturday Smile Upon a Star. I think she'll be very, very hard to beat wherever she goes.
Thanks so much for watching, guys, and good luck over the weekend.
Good luck, guys.